Hey Twin Cities, it's Hita and I am back again on another adventure, this time in Uptown. Today I am inside John Fluvog Shoes, interviewing the awesome and fashionable fashion designer Samantha Rei to talk about her line and her upcoming projects. Let's take a peek inside and see what she has to say. Fluvog Shoes with Samantha Rei, and we are big total girls in trying on shoes because, well, that's what we do in the fashion world.
What else is there?
What else is there? It's on Snapchat or Facebook.
It's true, it doesn't exist.
Word. I'm here with Twin Cities fashion designer Samantha Rei Crossland, aka Samantha Rei. Love your cartoon here, by the way. We'll get to that in a second. But let's talk a little bit about your background. I know we got to play with some shoes earlier, but it's not just about the shoes, it's feet all the way up to the head. So talk about your background, what got you involved, how you even started in the fashion industry.
I wanted to be an illustrator when I was really little. I wanted to be a children's book illustrator, and I discovered comic books. And then I discovered fashion in middle school, and I was like, this is a thing I never considered. Why don't I do this? And so my comic book illustrations slowly became fashion illustrations. And I just kind of started playing with fashion, just not just the stuff I was designing, but what I was wearing. And I was the weird alternative kid who was always kind of like putting together weird outfits and making things myself. And I was in a band, so I would make myself stuff to wear for my crappy little coffee shop concerts. It was super 90s.
Awesome. 90s was awesome.
Oh, so 90s. It was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I've always liked the idea of putting together an entire statement.
Yeah.
Instead of just, I'm gonna make a dress.
Because that's too simple.
Yeah.
But more so transpired from like comics into the whole fashion thing.
Yep. I like telling a story, but I'm more of a blogger and a talker than I am a novelist, so I tell it with art and fashion.
Illustrating the art and the fashion. Yep. So let's talk a little bit about your featured styles, your inspiration, and the genre. I know there's steampunk, Lolita fashion.
Well, because I was an alternative kid in high school, I was always really drawn to kind of big, interesting statements, and I was trying to find my specific style that really kind of like had my voice. And I stumbled upon Lolita fashion. It was still sort of the infancy of the internet, the way we know it now. It was 2000, and I was a goth kid, but I liked bright things and colorful things, even though I liked being spooky. So I was like, anime's cool, and the cartoons are cool, and games are cool. Oh look, there's something spooky and also adorable. I want that. And so I sort of like dipped my toes in it, and that was when I created my first label, which was Blasphemous Closet.
Okay.
And there was a lot of crossover with steampunk. Even though I've never been a steampunk designer, there's a lot of crossover in the scene, and so it was hard for me to not make things that were at least influenced by it.
Totally, and there's a lot of influence. I mean, there's
that neo-Victorian umbrella that has a lot of different spokes.
And I've noticed, I mean, just going through your Instagram, your website, Googling, I mean, going to Wikipedia, but does anything in the vintage, the 1860s segment kind of inspire the trend that you're going down?
I mean, honestly, a lot of stuff influences me. Usually season after season, it's a book or a book series or a movie or a story.
Yeah.
But the last couple of seasons I've just been influenced by history itself.
Okay.
And so my most recent collection is inspired by the 1930s. My collection
Ooh.
Last season was 1920s Shanghai specifically, because I liked the idea of seeing one country's style through another country's filter.
Yeah, that's
So-
awesome. And there's a lot of transpiring right there, just a lot of crossover. Well, you have a lot of knowledge, and I know that you recently got your book out.
Yep.
Steampunk and Cosplay, Fashion Design and Illustration.
It's the longest title.
It is the longest title and I botched it, but hey, it's right here and you're gonna see a little bit more of it later. So talk a little bit about what you incorporated in the book. I know you got a lot of your inspiration is in it, but it's kind of teaching people more of the basics and the how-tos. It's not a draw this or do that.
Well, and that's one of the things when they approached me about doing the book I was like, I'm not really good at teaching people how to draw, but I'm really awesome at teaching people how to design and how to put together outfits. And if I can do something like that, because there isn't that kind of book,
Yeah.
especially for alternative fashion, I'm in. And they're like, yeah, do whatever you want. And I was like, sweet, I finally make that book I always wanted.
Since
And-
I was a kid.
well, and it has some techniques like how to sketch different trims and how to draw folds and things that you would learn in fashion illustration classes or from fashion illustration books.
Yeah.
But it's more about thinking what you want to do when you're putting together the outfit. Where are you going to be when you're wearing it?
Sure.
What's the temperature going to be? Like, what kind of function is it going to have outside of looking cute?
And you had that analogy of
Oh, the Sky Pirate?
the Sky Pirate. I think that's so funny.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a sky pirate, you don't want to wear a ball gown because the wind is going to make your dress fly around your head,
A
and
little
then you're
Marilyn
gonna
Monroe action.
crash your sky ship, and that would be a disaster for everyone involved.
So you were busy, you're on the go. So today we're at Flublog, obviously for your book signing, but
Yep.
you were at one last week, going in a few weeks. What other projects and events do you have coming up?
I've got a signing at a gallery in Dinkytown over the winter, and then my big one is I'm planning on doing Vancouver Fashion Week for the
Oh
first
my
time,
gosh.
and that'll be in March, and I'm super excited about it.
Vancouver will love you.
They contacted me, and I was
Seriously?
flattered. Yeah.
Because you're a big deal.
Oh,
Did we mention she was in Huffington Post lately?
Oh yeah, that happened.
Oh, she was. That little thing.
So I'm excited, and I'm starting my collection actually this week. I'm going down to start getting the fabrics and putting stuff together.
We're excited for you. Okay, so tons of stuff. Your book, your events, your signings, your collection. Where can everybody find all of this collected data and follow you?
SamanthaRei.com, REI.com. SamanthaRei.com. It has all the stuff. I update my blog pretty regularly. Whenever I have a new event or something important to say, I make sure to put all the information there.
Cool. You're on Instagram like crazy.
I
love your
on
Twitter.
Instagram all the time. I love it.
Is it Samantha Rei official?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Twitter is the Samantha Rei. And
Awesome. And it's on your site.
yep. And I've got Tumblr too. And I think it's just Samantha Rei Clothing.
Cool.
So I'm
So-
on all the things.
SamanthaRei.com.
Even
we post
LinkedIn.
that link. And LinkedIn. So that's smart. You need SEO. Well, thank you for chatting with us. We're not done because it's time for Hita Talk Trivia.
Oh.
I need like a ding
a blinking
thing.
light. Go light bright.
So, dude, light brights are great. So, okay, I am going to ask you like 3 or 4 questions, at least a little bit about the industry. And although there's a lot of, you mentioned books, the comics and the movies that influenced your inspiration. So, this first question, you have to guess the movie.
Oh god.
Okay,
I'm bad at guessing.
I'm trying to make the first one easy. This Tim Burton film includes characters that seemed to be dressed quite the fancy steampunk fashion attire,
Be more vague.
including the queen, the angry queen,
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
With the new sequel that's coming out.
I know you've posted about
I
it.
wanted to hate it, but it looks really fun.
Behind the Glass Door.
It's Through the Looking Glass, which is
That
where
one,
all
same
of
thing.
all of my Alice tattoos are Through the Looking Glass instead of Wonderland.
You gotta go
So
see it.
I have to. It looks really cute.
One
The
for
costumes are
one.
Amazing.
Okay, this singer made a music video with Harajuku girls dressed in
Gwen Stefani.
super cute steampunk Lolita attire. Harajuku girls, have you been to Japan or do you plan on going?
I'm actually going to Japan next fall with my husband for the first time.
Well, aren't you fancy?
We've wanted to go, I've never been out of the country, and we've been wanting to do this for pretty much the entirety of the 11 years we've been together.
Post
And
pictures of Harajuku girls.
I'm gonna just shop and research my next book.
Good for you. Okay, so that was fitting. What are your favorite movies or characters or comics that inspire you?
But The Authority is my favorite.
Okay.
Movies, I love Harry Potter. Most of the old Tim Burton movies. I love Quills. It's got beautiful costumes in it. Anything by Baz Luhrmann.
We can go on and on.
Oh my gosh, Moulin Rouge, can we just?
Can we just? Moulin Rouge.
Yep.
Oh, that was not a bad note.
5.
And I sound like a horse because of this cold. Anyways, so this isn't a question, but when you're not sewing or prepping for an event, and I know you post a lot of sewing pictures because you're busy.
Yeah.
What else do you do? What else, like hobbies? You have an awesome husband. I know you plan to travel. What else do you do that takes up some of your great time?
Well, I used to read back when I had free time. I like to read. I've got 3 books that are in the works. I'm actually reading the new Scott Westerfeld book for a book club my friends and I started on my birthday.
There you go.
And I love drawing. I really just draw for myself.
Okay.
I don't do any of that stuff. And then I just started playing Wolf Among Us. That's a fun video game. It's like playing a comic book 2 in 1.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I never understood that quote, but it works.
I don't understand either.
Well, my dear, it was really fun to chat with you. Before we go, talk about your cartoon here because it's phenomenal.
I don't know. I wanted to be a cartoon, and I remember asking my dad when I was little why people didn't have black outlines, and he could never give me a proper answer, and I decided when I grew up I wanted to be a cartoon. So I have not had my natural hair color in 21 years.
Because why would you?
No reason.
Well, there you have it, folks. Not only is she an amazing fashion designer, a book enthusiast, and an illustrated author, she is also a cartoon. So thank you very much, Samantha Rei, for joining us today. And you guys need to subscribe to Hita Talk. There's a button down below. Visit SamanthaRei.com and follow Hita Talk on Twitter and Instagram. And we will see you for another adventure coming up here on Hita Talk. Take care.